Hello everybody and welcome back. It's me, ChipZ, the Chipster, and we're talking One Piece chapter 1059. Oh my god, what is going down? Is Robo Sabo happening? Sour Lemon says, you were right, but I won't tell you what about. I know what about, my dude. It's Robo Sabo. I'm gonna will it into existence. It is fucking happening, I swear to God. No, I mean, we'll see what happens, but... But anyway, guys, I hope you had a good week. I'm feeling pretty good. I had a pretty good week myself, coming from the gym, coming from a strong week of work, feeling tough, feeling mean, feeling ill, feeling sick, excited to get into the weekend. I got a lot going on this weekend, but I have some good news for y'all. If you care at all about any of my other content besides One Piece stuff, I've decided... And also, this is actually important for people who like my ChipZ Ahoy streams as well. I've decided to not go to bi-weekly streams just yet. There's a lot of games that are currently kind of like in my backlog that I'm sort of trying to get through. And I plan to get through all of them on the channel. So the 3 games I'm going to be playing on the channel on a weekly basis, as opposed to bi-weekly, as I initially expected, are Thamisia, which we started this past week. We also have got another game, Solar Ash, which is by the studio that made Hyper Light Drifter. It's really cool. It's like, kind of like, God, I'm trying to think. It's like Shadow of the Colossus meets, what's like a good example? Like, what's that game where you skate around a city? It's like that. It's like that, where you're like riding on rails and shit. I can't remember, but it's cool. It's sick. You should check it out. And then we're also going to be doing this new game that I just downloaded. It's another kind of... It's almost like Bloodborne meets fucking Jet Set Radio. Thank you, Sour Lemon. Yeah, so Solar Ash is literally Jet Set Radio meets Shadow of the Colossus. It is sick as fuck. I did my first kind of like initial... episode of playing that on the channel like months ago, but I kind of took a break from it for a while. We're going to be kind of cycling between Thamisia, Solar Ash, and then this one other game that just came out called Steel's Rising, which looks sick as fuck. It is basically Bloodborne meets Nier Automata during like a weird alternate version of the French Revolution. So it sounds weird, but it looks cool, and I've heard from other people who like that type of game that it is pretty fun. And the gameplay looks really cool. I'm excited to get into it. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about One Piece chapter 1059. And one thing I want to note is that I will continue to do my weekly One Piece chapter read-throughs and live reactions on the channel on either Thursdays or Fridays whenever they come out. Occasionally Saturdays or Sundays if I can't get to it on the day that they come out. But I'm going to try to be as prompt as possible. When they were coming out on Thursday nights, that was the best for me because like that kept my Fridays free. I got to still like do stuff on Fridays. Now I'm kind of prioritizing these One Piece streams, but hey, it is what it is, man. And that's kind of why I've had a little bit of trouble keeping them current or making sure I get my streams up when they're still relevant. But I appreciate y'all for sticking with me. Although the turnout hasn't been as great on Twitch recently, somehow on YouTube things are kind of popping off. So check out the VODs on my YouTube channel, Bag of Chips. If you don't catch them while they're live, totally fine. But I appreciate anyone and everyone who shows up to the streams. We have a lot of fun here, so at least I do. So I hope you guys are as well. I'm really excited to get in the chapter, and I'm excited that I'm still going to be doing weekly One Piece streams, at least for the time being. We'll see how it goes. My schedule's a little bit busier than it was before, but I'm going to try to do my gaming streams on like either like Saturday, Sunday, or Monday evening. So hopefully that won't like get in the way of like the other stuff that I'm doing after work or during the week. And hopefully it won't get in the way of my One Piece streams either. But yeah, we'll just see what happens. You know, I'm going to try to juggle it all. I'm going to try to do it all, man. I'm going to try to do it all. So thank you guys for sticking with me. So getting into this week's chapter of One Piece, holy shit, man. Last week's chapter was pretty wild. We got big bounties, you know, numbers go up to the moon. We got Sanji got cucked. Robin and Jinbei got like massive increases. Absolutely insane. We also got a lot of cross-skilled. We got Crocodile and Meatcock who showed their cock on stream. The cock piece is real once again in One Piece, and we got some pretty big cock last chapter. COC, strictly COC, not COCK. Thank you very much. Don't get it twisted. But we also got some hints about what's going on with fucking Sabo. Is Robo Sabo going to happen? Are we going to find out this week, boys, what the fuck is going on with Sabo? Only time will tell. So without further ado, let's get into the fucking chapter. Let's fucking do it. Here we go. Chapter 1059 of One Piece. The Captain Coby incident. So already, right off the bat, I am super intrigued about what we're about to get into here. So let's fucking do it, man. All right, chapter 1059, the Captain Coby incident. And holy shit, man, we got... Okay, so this is the only thing of the chapter I've seen so far. I haven't seen anything else. Just like I had to load the page, you know, to get ready for the stream. So I apologize that I spoiled myself to this hilarious cover opening. Oh God. Okay, so you see how we got Oven's fist right next, like right in front of Katakuri's junk? For whatever reason, the first thing I've been seeing too many One Piece cock edits recently, because the first thing I noticed when I looked here was I thought Oven's elbow was Katakuri's dick. That's how you know that the cock piece is real. That's how you know, guys. That's how you know. So, okay. So what's happening here? Clearly, Caesar went in. He was like, all right, you've been smoked, guys. If I help you, you gotta protect me too. So he goes in. He clearly creates fucking farts, creates like a gaseous, nauseous gash that like fucking, billows everywhere. Clearly, Katakuri's future sight was not able to see past it. And these guys, trying to punch the Venom Smokes, punch each other in a hilarious Looney Tunes moment. I am 100% sure that Nate Bestman will be seething his ass off about Katakuri being made a fool of by Caesar Clown, but I'm excited to watch him seethe and cope about it. To me, this is just funny. This is just good. I appreciate this. This is hilarious. It makes me laugh. Katakuri maybe should have been a little bit more careful, seeing that he's the future sight man, but whatever. Shit happens to the best of us, No one can blame him. He's not perfect, after all, guys. He's not perfect. The cock edits have ruined your brain. Yes, I agree, Sour. I agree. I have been, my mind has been soiled and corrupted by the cock edits. Oh my God. Those things are pervasive. All right. Let me read the, what's the caption for this chapter? Germa 66's Cold-Blooded Voyage, Volume 18, The Effects of Caesar's Hallucinogenic Gas. Interesting. I guess, have we seen him use hallucinogenic gas before? I know we've seen him control the oxygen in the air, which is really fucking cool. I've been kind of realizing that I actually really like Caesar recently, not because he's a particularly deep villain, but mostly because he actually he was the Mr. 3 of the New World, essentially, in that he kind of Mr. 3 wasn't stronger than Luffy, but he was a planner and a schemer and a trickster and could use his devil fruit in interesting and nuanced ways that Luffy, that were kind of a good counter to Luffy's straightforward, punchy style, right? So I kind of like that Caesar is very similar. Caesar obviously is not as strong as Oven or Katakuri. We know this is just a fact, but he clearly is very capable regardless, because he got a broken fruit and he's smart enough to use it in interesting and effective ways. So I think this is cool. I think this is a cool turn of events. And I'm excited to see more of Caesar. I was pulling for a Caesar cover arc more than anything else. More than a fucking, Germa cover arc, more than a Big Mom family cover arc. For me, a Caesar cover arc is what I wanted the most, because Caesar is an interesting character in the world, and his relationship to other characters like Vegapunk, like Judge, and his knowledge of kind of the science of the One Piece world is super tantalizing to me, and I want to know more about what he knows, and I want to see who he's gonna bump into, and what trouble he's gonna get into, because no doubt it's gonna have massive ramifications and massive implications on the rest of the One Piece world. We just know this. We just know this for a fact. So I'm excited that he's now part of like this Gurma cover story, and I'm interested to see where it goes. This is a interesting turn of events. Although this is clearly the comedy chapter, the comedy cover of this cover arc, which I'm perfectly fine with. Anyway, Sour Lemon says, a good counter until Luffy remembers he's immune to poison. True, but he's not immune to being deprived of oxygen. So there's that. All right. Okay. Time for the real chapter, baby. All right. Oh, you know what? I just realized we didn't have any Uta shit this chapter. So praise Goda. No Uta. Happy to see it. Good shit. Okay. Getting into the chapter proper. Sphinx Island. People were fucking right. It was like, I didn't think, like, I thought the Sphinx Island stuff was like people being severely autistic, but clearly, people knew, like, the people who called Sphinx Island knew what they were fucking talking about. So does that mean we're gonna get, like, Marco? And, like, maybe Weevil? That'd be kind of interesting, actually. I'd be kind of down for that. It all depends how it plays out. I know some people were, like, really, like, not happy about the prospect of going to Sphinx Island, but personally, I think that could be cool. I think that could be neat. I'm open to it. I'm open to see where that thread goes. So let's see what happens here. Okay, near Sphinx Island, Whitebeard's homeland. Oh, excuse me, guys. My glasses are covered with shit. Because I've been eating ass. No. No, they're just gross, and I did not clean them before the stream. Apologies for that. Anyway, near Sphinx Island, Whitebeard's homeland, New World. A solitary ship upon the ocean. Holy shit, man. I can't believe, like, the Sphinx Island shit actually came true. I'm actually, like, genuinely surprised about that. That's pretty nuts. Unexpected, but people were right. People are smart. People are cool, man. I can appreciate it. Anyway, let's do this. Let's get into the chapter. All right. Thanks again for the ride, Yoy. Oh, so wait, Marco rode with them? Or is Marco riding with fucking Shanks? Because this is not the Sunny Go. Like, I can see the neck of this ship, and it's definitely not the Sunny Go. I think it's Shanks' crew. And I think Marco hitched a ride with Shanks, which is kind of fucking cool, because those guys go way back. Like, they were just little chillins on the little pirate apprentices together, basically, on different crews, obviously, but around the same time. All right, thanks again for the ride, Yoy. You're really not going to join the crew, Marco? Quit dreaming. Dreaming, don't give it up, Luffy. Dreaming. Sorry. All right. Sorry. That was corny. That was cringe. We're getting back to it. Apologies, guys. All right. I'm way too old and worn out to keep playing babysitter for you, great pirates. I wish he'd called them rascals or something, or fucking losers. So, but hey, I'm down with them being friends, though. That's cool. Clearly, the red-haired pirates have been good boys to the Whitebeard crew, so it's cool to see Marco pay his respects. Hey, it's not like I'm a handful or anything. Is that what Shanks said? Back me up here, Beck. Afraid I can't. Oh, that's funny. He said, like, I don't need to babysit you, Shanks. That's kind of funny. Man, Marco's cool. I like Marco a lot. I know a lot. I wish he'd done more on Wano. I feel like he deserved, like... I feel like, now that we know Yamato wasn't going to join the crew, it feels like there were other, like... I'm not even saying I don't dislike Yamato as much as some other people do. I actually genuinely... Like, I do like some things about Yamato. There are other things I definitely do not like about Yamato. But one of the things I actually genuinely really like about Yamato is the way that his conflict with Kaido led to us learning more about, like, Kaido's point of view, about, like, how being an Oni and being, like, is to be alone, like, how, like, it is, you know, being strong is to be, you know, distant from others, you know, like how, like, strength is, like, kind of, like, a thing that isolates you. Clearly that's, like, Kaido, that was Kaido telling Yamato that, and, like, saying, you know, you're the one who's gotten all those people killed because you were an Oni. Definitely was an interesting thread that I kind of wish... I know a lot of people wanted more from Kaido, and I did as well. I definitely wanted the Rocks flashback. I'm kind of surprised we never got that. Hopefully we still will at some point. But at the same time, I'm glad that we got some interesting characterization for Kaido sprinkled in there, sprinkled in here and there. There's stuff to delve into, and I'm actually thinking about making like a video essay on Wano, just kind of like exploring Kaido, exploring like the themes of the arc, seeing what I can draw from it, you know. So we'll see if that, you know, I've taken some notes, I'm working on some shit, so we'll see what happens. But I do like that, I forget what I was saying about this, but I feel like now that we know Yamato was never going to join the crew, and that was like a weird like cock tease that Oda gave us for some reason, it feels like he could have done more with certain characters if he had just like kind of either removed Yamato from the arc or shrunk Yamato's role a little bit to make it like a little bit less prominent, which I feel as of this point would have been warranted, now that we know that it wasn't going anywhere. So yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of how I feel. And I feel like instead of Yamato being the one to hold back Kaido, I feel like not Shanks, fucking Marco being the one to hold back Kaido for a little while would have actually been a decent way to go. I think that could have been neat. I would have given him something more to do than just like yeah, don't get me wrong. I like that Marco ended up being the one to hold off King and Queen. But, like, outside of giving Zoro, like, a samurai fight against someone like, you know, Kyoshiro before we found out he was Denjiro, like, it made sense for maybe Marco to fight, like, King or something like that. Like, first mate versus first mate. That could have been cool. But he decided to give that fight to Zoro, so Marco just kind of got cucked and didn't really do much, you know? He held off 2 commanders for a while, which was impressive, but he didn't really do anything beyond that, which is kind of too bad, because I like Marco. I wanted to see him do something impactful, you know, and he didn't really do much. Sour Lemon says, yeah, Hot Boy is too busy making Naruto videos. You need to cover for him. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I have a lot of video essays in the pipeline. Like, I'm still working on the scripts for, like, a Better Call Saul video, for a Young Justice video, for a potentially a Wano video, for like an Elden Ring video. So like, it's just, video essays just take so long. I respect Hot Boy for, you know, prioritizing that stuff and being able to churn them out as quickly as he does and have them be like a consistently decent quality. He's good at that shit. He's good, and it shows. It shows in the fact that he's garnered a following. So respect to Hot Boy. He's a good boy. But and a hot boy. But yeah, I will surpass him eventually. Anyway, I'm way too old and worn out. Okay, so hey, it's not like I'm a handful or anything. So I think this is cute. Shanks kind of being like, hey, because like we know that now that Marco is older than Shanks, so him being like, I don't have time to babysit you fucking youngsters, and him being like, hey, motherfucker, I'm not a youngster, you piece of shit, is pretty cute. I actually like that. Afraid I can't. So Beck is like, yeah, you fucking are a handful, you piece of shit. And Lucky Roo rafts as he always does. Good boy. See you around, says Marco. A little earlier, back in Wano. So now we're going back to Wano. Oda, like, desperately tried to wrap everything up in Wano so quickly, and now we're going back to Wano to see, like, what Marco was up to. Feels a little sloppy, Oda, to be honest, but we'll see. We'll see what this leads to. Seriously, you're not leaving with us. Come on, be a pirate. Say it and so, Yamato-chan. Oh, so this is a flashback to the Yamato, conversation that kind of, you know, that we were all hoping to get, but now, I guess now we're getting it, shit, but still feels like really awkwardly handled, to be honest. You probably already know this, but that forest guy was only driven off thanks to whoever caused that immense burst of hockey. Oh, fuck yes. Thank God Oda is finally addressing this, because this whole time, I was criticizing Oda for the way he handled Yamato deciding not to join the crew, because to me, even if you, like, I know a lot of people were, like, desperately, like, we don't want Yamato to join the crew. I also felt similarly in that I was kind of, I wasn't really, I don't hate Yamato as much as some other people do, but I definitely was like, I don't know if this person would be a good fit for the crew. I need to see more of them. I want them to be, like, more interesting, more, you know, have, like, more of a, like, a personal conflict, or, like, more of, like, something beyond just, like, cosplaying Odin would be great, you know? But this is good. This is like Yamato, this is what I wanted, was for Yamato to basically, after the whole Green Bull incident, be like, someone needs to stay around and be the deterrent that Kaido was to the rest of the world, but like for the forces of good this time. That's what I wanted to see from Yamato, at the end of Wano. I'm fucking so glad that we're getting that shit here. Because, like, in my headcanon was like, that's actually why Yamato is staying, as opposed to doing this stupid, like, fucking, like, tour of Wano before going to sea. But no, this makes way more sense. That, like, Yamato's like, I'm the only one who can, like, really, like, step up and be, like, sort of the new Kaido, but, like, in a more, like, in terms of, like, Kaido's relation to Wano Kuni, but essentially be that for, like, this time working together with the people of Wano as opposed to, like, oppressing them. Like, being a liberating force that protects them while also, you know, deterring outside forces from invading a very important place that a lot of people want to invade. Sour Lemon says, this is what you were right about. Okay. I mean, I wasn't even right about this because I had made my peace with Yamato being handled super poorly. But I'm, like, I was hoping that this would be the reason why. And I had thought Oda just, like, fucking phoned it in. So I'm glad he's at least retroactively kind of fixing it. Even if it was super awkwardly handled, Oda there should have just, if he needed more time, he should have just had an extra chapter of Wano. Look, I'm happy Wano's over. Not that I didn't like Wano, I genuinely enjoyed a lot of it. But if he needed more time, he should have just had an extra chapter in the arc, as opposed to doing this, like, weird flashback to the conversation that they had back in the arc. It feels really, it feels like he was, it still feels like weird in the sense that, like, he left people on a cliffhanger of, like, will Yamato join? And then now it's like, you know, he's finally explaining why. Which, you know, I am at the very least glad we're getting, like, a real explanation as opposed to, I'm going to stay behind and do a tour, which was clearly Yamato's way of saving face and not making Momo or Kinemon feel like they forced her hands, right? So I'm actually happy about that. That's good. You probably already know this, but that forest guy was only driven off thanks to whoever caused that immense burst of haki. Kaido might be gone now. I told you, Kaido's fucking dead, motherfuckers. He's gone. He might not be dead. Okay, he might not be, him and Big Mom might be alive, but they are either so wounded, so stuck somewhere, like either underground or after the explosion from the volcano, they're stuck in, like, a sky island or some shit. They are stranded, wounded. They will never be as relevant as they were in this arc. Like, people who think, oh, Big Mom's gonna come back and be the main villain of Elbaf, or, like, fight Luffy again. You guys are fucking idiots. You don't know what you're talking about. That is not gonna happen. We might see them in a cover story. We might see them do stuff. Yo, what's up, Soy? How you doing, my man? Or my lady, depending on who you are. Soy Elial, hello. So yeah, this makes a lot of sense. But yes, Kaido and Big Mom, if they are alive, if they do come back, they will never be as relevant as they once were. It's just narratively there. It would make no sense if they were to come back and, like, try to compete for the One Piece or try to, you know, defeat Shanks or Blackbeard or fucking Mihawk or Eam or, you know, Akainu or Luffy. They're just gonna job, and it's like that's the, like, they can still do other things in the story. People think that when I say this, that, like, I'm saying, oh, they'll never do anything relevant again. I'm not saying that. If they do come back, I think it would be cool to just have them die, because that would be, like, way more, like, finite and, like, way more, like, cinematic in the terms of, like, the way Oda does deaths than he usually does, which is very, like, explicit and upfront. I would personally prefer them to, you know, die in battle, because that, like, would honor their characters more than them coming back and losing again, which is what they would do if they come back and try to compete for the title of Pirate King again, which they're not going to do. It would not make narrative sense. And if it would just allow them to become jobbers to someone stronger. That's the only reason Oda would bring them back in that capacity. That doesn't mean he won't bring them back in another capacity. Like, who knows? Maybe they'll pull a Hachi and open a takoyaki shop together. I don't know. But, like, or maybe they'll start a family together and just, like, live a modest life somewhere. I don't fucking know. All I know is that they're never going to be as relevant as they were in Wano and Whole Cake Island, respectively. That's just the truth. And that's fine. Like, I love Big Mom, and I like Kaido, but I love Big Mom. She's one of my favorite characters in the entire story. She's one of my favorite villains, antagonists in the entire story. That doesn't mean I want her to be a major driving force in every single arc from here to the end of the story, because frankly, that would be overstaying her welcome. There is such a thing as too much of a good thing. Let them die. let them become background characters or just flat out die. That is okay. We will all live. There are plenty of other big players in the story that we still need to see do cool shit. Let's let that happen. Let some players be taken off the board so that we can get to the fucking end so that we can see the rest of the story. Please. Please accept it, people. I'm not talking to anyone in the chat right now. I'm just like, I've seen so many people be like, I want them to come back and be there again. And I'm like, listen, I like them. I like both of them, especially Big Mom. But we don't need them to be like the main guys forever. We don't need them to be competitors for the title of Pirate King forever. Some pieces need to get taken off the board in order for this conflict to come to a head, in order for there to be like a culmination to the story. That's just the way it is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. And I'm not, like I said, Oda does a great job of repurposing formerly important characters into new roles where they're still important, but they're doing things that are like not like directly related to like the main plot, but like often like have like importance in the way that they are adjacent to the main plot. And they show up again and they do interesting things. I'm perfectly happy with that being like what happens to these guys. I also would be perfectly fine with Big Mom and Kaido being dead. I know Oda doesn't typically kill characters, and he definitely does not kill them in the way that Big Mom and Kaido are implied to have been taken out. But we'll see. If he did imply, it would be like the craziest thing since what happened to Virgo and Monet on Punk Hazard, where they're almost definitely dead, even though we didn't actually see the body after the death. That would be really cool. I would respect Oda immensely for, being willing to... I'm not even someone who, like, wants characters to die. Like, I was fine with Kinemon surviving. I know a lot of people were, like, up in arms about that. I was fine with that, because I knew for a fact Kinemon wasn't going to die before the end of the raid, because he still had to see his wife. That was literally a Chekhov's gun waiting to happen. I'm like, until he meets his wife again, he is not going to die. It is not going to happen. Narratively, that would not make sense. So, for me, like, I had no qualms with him being alive. It was funny. It brought back Kinemon's talking fart powers, which was hilarious. So perfectly fine with me. Anyway, Soy Eliel says, I'm man and I follow you from Italy. Thank you, Soy, and thank you for watching. Is this a good time in Italy? I don't know. I have a friend in Spain who says this is like not a good time for him to watch my stream. So we'll see what happens. But I appreciate you tuning in. Thanks for showing up. Weird Bros says, what's up, Weird Bros? Good to see you. The most relevant they will be is in the Rocks flashback, and then Big Mom may be used as a measuring stick to show that Luffy really is on Yonko level with no caveats. I completely disagree with the Yonko level shit, because we already know he's there. We just do. We don't need any more confirmation of that, in my personal opinion. Also, her jobbing to Luffy or like getting, like if she comes back, she's either gonna job to Luffy, she's gonna job to Eam. Like, I'm not saying like she can come back in a different capacity and like be doing something else interesting. Like maybe she starts a new family somewhere else. I don't know. I don't want her to be like a major part of the story anymore. It doesn't mean she can't be like similar to like Wapple or Rob Lucci and take on like a new role in a new capacity. But I think she has been a great character for the time that she was a primary character in the story. I'm happy for her to be a background character from here on out. We have too much other shit to get through. We just do, man. I don't know what to tell you. But I do think it would be fun. I do still want to see that Rocks flashback. I don't think... who's gonna... So I was sure that Kaido's flashback would be the Rocks flashback. Now I feel like maybe Garp's flashback is gonna be the Rocks flashback. I don't know. We obviously still need a Rocks flashback. Oda's saving that for some reason. I was so sure Kaido's flashback was gonna be like the Rocks flashback specifically, and like we were going to learn all about them. But no, that was just like a footnote in his really underwhelming flashback. So whatever. Soy Eliel says, and I like One Piece. Yes, join the club, my friend. Join the club. But hey, I also like One Piece. Nice to meet you. Thank you for hopping into the stream. It's probably around 4 a.m. there. Yeah, 3:16 a.m. Good Lord, my man. I appreciate you showing up, but hopefully you don't have anything to do in the morning. Big Mom resurfaces in the Germa cover arc. No. I reject this. I reject all of this. Probably not, but still. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, obviously, look, Oda's gonna Oda. Oda's gonna Oda, but I'm hoping that he Godas and he hope he doesn't have to. That's all I'm saying. Look, I love Big Mom. I've said it so many times. She's like one of my favorite characters, but like, I just don't want her to overstay her welcome. I don't want her defeat at the hands of Kid and Law to be undermined by her coming back to fight Luffy and lose to Luffy too. You know, to me, that would like basically like take away all the narrative weight of what happened in Wano and all of the like credibility that we can now give Kid and Law as rivals to Luffy. Like, Luffy doesn't need to take out every major villain in the story. It's just not necessary. Like, honestly, that's what I hate about stuff like Fairy Tail, where it's like the only guy who ever beats like a main bad guy is Natsu, except like sometimes Gray does, which it was good. Like, thank God there was like at least a rival. And like, you know, I'm not saying every story, every shonen needs like a rival character, but like if you're going to introduce rival characters, make them capable, make them do like, and this just goes for shonen. Like, every story should have other capable characters besides the main character who do things on par with the main character. Like, that is how you craft a believable narrative. Or like believable in the sense that like I can get behind like the main character isn't the only, you know, the only person doing anything to impact the setting. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's what I want to see. I want to see these things that just happened in Wano. I want them to matter. And Big Mom coming back and being like another antagonist for Luffy in like something like Elbaf would undercut her role in Wano and would undercut Law and Kid's role in Wano as well, which would make Wano worse. And I don't want that. I don't want that at all. I don't know. I see too many people think Luffy still isn't Yonko level. I don't know. I feel like people are kind of like, I get what you're saying. Like he didn't take down Kaido on his own necessarily. Like other people had damaged him first, but that's okay. Like Luffy still has other people he can fight. He still has Blackbeard to take on. Like he's going to get to prove that he's a real Yonko, like at some point. It doesn't have to be against Big Mom. Is better now. Now is, wait, Weird Bro, Soya Eliel says he's better now. Now he's a god. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Yeah, exactly. He's Kaido wasn't even a challenge for Nika Luffy. Anyway, Star Lemon says Ezra sometimes did too. Urza, sorry. I have a friend named Ezra, so it's I always read that as Ezra, not Urza. Yeah, Urza sometimes did. Urza was oftentimes like she'd be considered the strongest, but she never like beat like one of the main bad guys. She would beat like the second in command every time, but she would always like job to like the main guy. Or like sometimes she'd hold off the main guy until Natsu or Makarov or Gray could take them out for her, you know? That's pretty much what happened every single time, you know? But mostly with Natsu. And then Sour Lemon says, I think that's what's wrong with Fairy Tail. It's not its side characters or even its villains. It was just super trite and really bullshit. Yeah, honestly, I think Fairy Tail had potential. Like, I kind of liked, like, the way the world worked and the magic system stuff early on. It just kind of, like, became, like, the definition of, like, friendship power-ups after a point. Like, for a while I was like, oh no, the stakes are believable. But then I think once it got to, like, the Grand Magic Games, I was like, nah, I can't, this is actual bullshit. Nothing matters at all. Like, it was disappointing to say the least. But I haven't read it in quite a while, so take my words for, with a grain of salt. Yeah, no problem, Sour. I feel the same way. We're on the same page with that. Weird Rose says, I'd like Blackbeard to be seen as a Pirate King level battle. Dude, like, to me, Pirate King level battle versus Yonko level battle, to me that's the same thing. Like, I don't see a difference between like those two I don't see a distinction between those two things. You know what I'm saying? All of the Yonko are strong enough to be the Pirate King. It's just whether they can actually like make it happen. You know, that's how I see it anyway. Early Fairy Tail was actually pretty fun and interesting. I agree. Early Fairy Tail was all right. It had potential. It just did not live up to it. Soy Elial, there are so many mysteries in One Piece, but I'm curious to see Vegapunk's face. Me too, dude. That is, I really need to get back to reading the chapter, but Sarah says, but yeah, after the time skip, it started being, what the fuck is happening? Yeah, 100%. It like, even before the time skip, things were already starting to like teeter towards like, this is, stupid, like really stupid, but like it continually got worse and worse as it went on. Anyway. Back to the chapter here. So we're getting Yamato's reasoning, which is cool. Okay, but that forest guy was only driven off thanks to whoever caused that immense burst of haki. Kaido might be gone now, but his absence has opened up the floodgates for guys like that to pour into the country. Can't just abandon everybody now, can I? Thank God, Yamato. Frankly, this saves Yamato's character. I was like willing to write Yamato off as like a terrible inclusion in the narrative. This makes Yamato like a legitimately like cool person who made a decision to be a better version of Odin. So instead of being the Odin that kind of like left his country behind to go on an adventure, kind of like selfishly choosing his own desires over the well-being of his people, which was, I think, a flaw of Odin. Instead, Yamato has decided to basically not make the same mistake, prioritize the people and the country and their friends and their comrades over doing what they really want to do, which is sail the 7 seas. So, or however many seas are in One Piece, I don't fucking know. So this is good. This is a good moment for Yamato. I actually think this really goes a long way to redeeming Yamato, making them a worthwhile inclusion. I'm happy to see it. Besides, I doubt either of us would enjoy our adventures if we were always worrying about Wano. Aw, and Luffy's makes that face that he makes, that crinkled face that he makes whenever he's like having like a real think about something, you know? I think he made it back when, back in Water 7 when, what's his name? You guys know the Iceberg. Iceberg's like, when Iceberg was like berating Luffy for like, you're willing to continue sailing the ship even if it puts the lives of your crew in danger, you should be ashamed to call yourself captain. Luffy made that same face where he was like, fuck, you're right. So this is good. This is a good moment. But man, I still really want to be one of you, to be a real crewmate. Aw, okay. I like Yamato. I have always said I never hated Yamato. I just was like, I wasn't sure if they were a good fit for the crew. Like, that was the biggest thing. Mainly because we've already gotten like 2 other crewmates with just this past arc with Jinbei and Zeus. So now we have our 10 Straw Hats plus Luffy. We got Jinbei, we got Zeus, we got Brook, we got Frankie, Robin, Chopper, Nami, Sanji, Usopp, and Zoro. We got our 10. We got what Luffy asked for. We do not need an additional crewmate. Thanks, Yamato. But crew is closed. Stonewall Jinbei standing in the way, keeping that shit locked up. Anyway, okay. I guess you got a point. It would be a load off my mind. So that's cool. So Yamato's almost kind of like an honorary crew member who is staying behind to like guard Wano, which is where a lot of Luffy's friends live. And frankly, Luffy did offer, like he gave the flag to Momo and he offered, that he said, if you guys ever want to go out to sea between Yamato, Kinemon, and Momo, he said, you guys are always welcome on the ship. You are honorary crew members to me. So that's good. This works out. So Zoro says, careful, Yamato. Momo has a lot of pride. Don't wound it. I know. I'll find another reason for me to stay. Okay. Thank God. Finally, this is explained. Yamato-chan! Sanji's weeping. That's hilarious. And we got Marco. So we finally get... Okay, so this whole time, Marco and Luffy never got like a closing... They never got to meet each other. Like, Marco was saying, like, yeah, I'll see you there. They never actually got to talk while we were in the arc. Why didn't Oda just make Wano an extra chapter? Like, That would have made all the sense in the world. All right. Straw Hat, there's a ship nearby that'll give me a lift, so I'll be heading off first, Yoy. Marco, you're leaving already? Yeah. Oh, this is cool. So Luffy thanking Marco for saving him back during the Summit War. That's nice. You saved me back in the Summit War, right? I never got to say thanks. Jinbei, take Ace's brother and go. Yeah, so remember when Jinbei ran off with Luffy, Marco was the one who stayed behind to fight Akainu, which was fucking metal as all hell. That was fucking sick. So, fuck yeah. This is a good moment. Back then, we all seemed so ready to spring into action. Makes you wonder why, doesn't it, Jinbei? Wah! That was a while ago. Who could say? I'm sure Ace would be proud to see how far you've come, Yoy. Aww. She, oh yeah? Aww. That is actually adorable. The times belong to you youngsters now. Stay strong. Got it. Later. Cute. So now Marco's flying back to Sphinx Islands. Goddamn. That's fucking good. That's good shit. Like, this should have happened before the end of the Wano arc. Like, it's awkward to do it in a flashback, but now that the Straw Hats are around Sphinx Island, maybe we'll get a little bit more from Marco as well. Okay, so let's read some comments before we press on. Okay. Let's see. What am I missing here? Vegapunk is gonna look like a mega weirdo. I sure hope so, Sour. I sure fucking hope so. I want him to be like... I'm very curious. Like, is he gonna look cool? Is he gonna be like super short? Is he gonna be a child? Is he gonna be like a lady? I don't know. Like, why hasn't Oda ever shown like, it's kind of wild that Vegapunk has been a character that's been talked about since like post Enies Lobby arc, but we've like never gotten like any, like, we've seen like a picture of like a scientist's like hands, and like we've gotten so much information about this guy, but we've never like actually seen them. It's crazy. Like, probably the most mysterious character in the entire like world of One Piece, if you ask me, at least in my opinion. The character that I really like want to know more about the most. Weird Bro says, need to read more of the chapter to Goda in in the world or in the worked. I don't know. To Goda in the world. Okay. Whatever you meant by that, Weird Bros. I trust you. Soy Eliel says, Vegapunk better than Elon Musk. 100%. It's not even a question. Sour Lemon says, Zeus is the 10th crewmate. Fuck yeah, buddy. Fuck yeah. That's what I was saying the other day in the Discord. I was like, yo, Zeus is the real. Crew's full. Stonewall Jinbei. Stonewall Zeus. We're keeping Yamato out. Sorry, Yamato. It's over for you. How did you not realize before? That's what I've been saying. I'm like, hey, Zeus is right there. He's in the fucking crew. He had a fight. He's the one who beat Ulti, not Robin. Not Nami, not Usopp. It was fucking Zeus who dealt the final blow. He rebelled against his mother. He fought back against his evil, tyrannical mother, Big Mom, his abusive mother. Fuck yeah, Zeus. 10th crewmate, motherfucking yeah. That's how we do it. Sour Lemon, for me, Captain Kuro. That's what Soy Eliel says. Weird Bro says, wanted to end Wano Act 3 on an even 100 chapters, I guess. That's fine. Listen, I definitely didn't. I definitely felt like Wano needed to end, and I'm happy it ended when it did. It is a little awkward, though, to have these like things that felt like they should have been included before the end of the arc happen after the arc technically ended. That's all. It's just like awkwardly handled. Ultimately, I'm still glad that Oda included this. This is all good stuff, and I'm glad Oda gave page time to it. I feel like it would have felt better if it had happened in Wano, because we wouldn't have left Wano with me being like, well, there's a lot of like things that didn't feel like properly wrapped up, you know? So, you know, it is what it is. It's okay. I will get over it. Let's see. Act 3 was chapter 958 to 1057. That was a long fucking mini arc or whatever it was. Yeah, I mean, I see Wano as kind of like Enies Lobby and Water 7, like both arcs kind of smushed together, sort of, you know, because the raid kind of felt like sort of the Enies Lobby to Act 1 and 2's Water 7, you know what I'm saying? That just makes sense to me. to see Goto in the works. Thank you for thank you for thank you for specifying, Weird Bros. I appreciate you. All right, I'm excited to see Goto. Let's see. Stay strong. Got it. Later. All right, so we're back at the Sphinx Island. The Isle of Women, or the Isle of Women, Amazon Lily, Calm Belt. The town is in bad shape. This is the first, and we know this chapter's about Coby, and we know Coby went to the Isle of Women. We saw him on his way there when he was talking to Drake back in the intermission between Acts 2 and 3. So this all makes sense. This is the first time in history men have invaded like this. Yeah, fucking rapists and pillagers and plunderers. Let's see how the women have dealt with that, man. As long as I'm here, the Navy won't stop coming. But where in the world would I go? Oh, she was wounded. Shit. Huff. Since it's come to this, I think I'd better go and marry Luffy. That would actually be great. At this point in time, might as fucking well. I mean, I want to see the Straw Hats, like, doing their own thing for a while, but, like, fuck it, I'm open to it. I'm open to a marriage arc for Luffy. It's not going to happen. And at least not, like, while, like, we're in the main story. Maybe as, like, kind of like a post One Piece, or, like, before the end of the story officially, but, like, after, like, the main events of the story have taken place, we get, like, a time jump to see where everyone's at. That could be something that could happen. I don't know. Luffy doesn't give a fuck about this broad, though, so who knows? You always think that. It's nice to see Boa. It's nice to see her. Boa, like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, she's just Robin 2.0. Boa's funny, though, because she is, like, an asshole, and she is an abusive piece of shit who thinks, like, way too highly of herself. And I like that, like, the gag of her, like, basically, like, who put this puppy and this baby in my path? And then she kicks, like, like, adorable animals and or children, and people still are like, oh, but she's so beautiful. Like, it's a funny gag. It's a funny gag, and I appreciate it. So let's see. A few weeks prior, the gates are down. We're under fire. The Kuja are resisting. Deploy the new pacifistas. The Sephiroms should be on the front lines. The Sephiroms. The Seraphims, excuse me, not the Sephiroms. What is this, fucking Final Fantasy VII? The Sephiroths? the Genova cells, the fucking, what is it? Ah, fuck, I don't care. Final Fantasy VII's gay anyway. Weird Bro says, they may get married like Buggy as a Yonko. Yeah, exactly. It's basically gonna be rape. or slavery for Luffy, either way. He's not gonna care, but he will be like, I don't want this, and she's just gonna be like, too bad, bitch, and make it happen anyway. Yeah, that's a double standard right there. Boa also has one of the darkest backstories. Yeah, Boa's backstory is fucked up, man. Like, legitimately, like the implications are really fucked. Like, actually really fucked. Dude, I'm so excited. We get to see Best Girl. We get to see Best Girl. I'm not talking about Boa. I'm talking about Sander Sonia, baby. Big head, big booty, long neck, snake bitch. Where you at, girl? Literally best girl in the entire series. So I'm not actually. Big Mom is best girl. Fuck that. Big Mom is too respectable for me to even call her best girl. I have too much respect for that bitch. But Sander Sonia is like my number one hottie. Besides maybe like Lady Amande. But Sander Sonia is definitely a contender for like number one hottie in One Piece, if you ask me. I love her big head and her round eyes and shit. She's cute. Anyway. Sour Lemon says, as soon as Buggy participated in Impel Down, it was inevitable he became a Yonko. I agree. He was on rails. Buggy was like suffering from success, man. He's been destined for greatness this whole time, and we should have saw it coming. We should have invested in Buggy Coin long ago. It was a mistake not to. Anyway, the gates are down. We're under fire. The Kuja are resisting. So they're deploying the pacifistas. The Seraphims should be on the front lines. So Seraphims are like a form of angel or angelic creature from Revelation, I believe, or from somewhere in the Bible. They are real. Like, if you look up a picture of Seraphims, I'm going to do this just for purposes of having fun on the stream. Seraphims. They're described very vividly in what's it called, in the Bible, and they're basically like these weird motherfuckers. They are like eyes with like a billion wings, basically. They look freaky as fuck. But they're also super fucking cool. I think Sephiroth from Final Fantasy, his final form is based off of the Seraphims. So this is neat. This is kind of cool. Like, it's cool. Like, we've been wondering, what are the, what do you call it? Like, what are the new weapons that, or like the new weapon that Vegapunk created to replace the Shichibukai? It looks like we're about to see one in action. It looks like it are these Seraphims. So that's really excited. Still not ready to come out and face us, Hancock, says Navy Vice Admiral Yamakiji. We've seen this guy before. Like maybe during Impel Down, or not Impel Down, either during the War of the Best, or during maybe like when the Buster Call was called on Ennis Lobby. I know we've seen this guy before, though. He looks very familiar. Get ready to record what happens. Roger. Who is that? I can't fight a child. Oh shit, so they look like children. They have like the wings like the people in Skypiea. The chapter of overwhelming strength. The chapter of overwhelming... That's weird. That's a weird translation. I wonder... That seems wrong. Something about this translation seems fucking wrong, is all I'm saying. Isn't that... Yeah! It looks... What? Isn't that... So they recognize her, which is interesting. Warship spotted. Watch the stern. Huh? What the? Attention, report from the shore. Pirates incoming. That's fucking Blackbeard. That's fucking Blackbeard. Holy shit. An Emperor's crew is here. The Blackbeard pirates. And he created a fucking tsunami. Fuck yeah. It's a seaquake. The Sea Kings will notice us. I've come for the Pirate Empress. Of course, this horny motherfucker is gonna go after the hottest bitch in the sea. No doubt about it. We got Blackbeard, my boy, with fucking, who's this motherfucker? The fat guy who drinks a lot. Vasto Shot, I think is his name. And then Katarina Devon, obviously. Badass bitch. Bad hoe over here. I love her fucking Usopp nose. She's got a great design. I really like her. I love Blackbeard's Jolly Roger so much with the 3 skulls and like six bones behind them. It's so sick. Blackbeard's fucking cool as fuck. Oh god, this must have been the kenography Weird Bros was talking about. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Alright, here we go. Let's read some comments. They may get married with Buggy as a Yonko. Boa also has one of the darkest backstories, agreed. As soon as Buggy parts... Yeah, we read that. Seraphims are angels that are the guardians of gods. Yes. Which makes sense with the motif of the heavenly dragons, or the what's it called? The Tenri Buto being gods of this world. So obviously, the Seraphim being the new weapon of Vegapunk, they are the guardians of the gods. Makes sense. Makes sense. Buster Kell and War of the Best. Yes, thanks for correcting me, Weird Bros. Appreciate that. She says chapter as a weird speech thing. You know, I remember that character. She was the one who jerked off Luffy in what's it called? When we were on the when we initially came to the Isle of Women with Luffy. She was the one who kind of like was like, "This isn't a mushroom," and fucking gave him a hand job. Seraphims equals Lunarian. Oh shit. Okay. I mean, it looks kind of similar. That's for sure. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's see what happens. Zahaha, I've come for the Pirate Empress. I won't let a power like hers fall into the Navy's clutches. That Hancock, what a gorgeous face. Oh right, she's a lesbian. Fuck yeah. So we're gonna get Katarina X Hancock fanfic incoming. Yes, please. Her head will make a wonderful trophy after I wring her neck. What the fuck? Okay, maybe not. Well, maybe. I mean, hey, some people are into that, so shit. Shit, bruh. That could happen. You can have your way with her after we take her powers. So they actually want to steal her powers. That's kind of cool. Hang on, don't you think we could have more fun with her if we took her alive? So here's the thing. Stealing her powers are so specific, like you need someone hot to take her powers, or else it's not worth it. So like, who from Blackbeard, like Blackbeard's crew is filled with like the ugliest motherfuckers on the planet. So like, who from his crew is going to steal this power and then have it be effective? That doesn't make much sense. That doesn't make much sense. Hang on, don't you think we could have more fun if we took her with her if we took her alive? So Vasto shot, fucking creepy motherfucker trying to rape that bitch. Fucked up. Anyway, Vice Admiral, we need you to give the order to engage Blackbeard. Hold fire until we hear from HQ. What? Why wouldn't he just try to engage them? Yeah! So he does this big fucking Whitebeard slam. The art this chapter is kind of funky. I wonder if that's like Oda being kind of slacking because he's putting these chapters out fast, or is it, or maybe it's just like the line work from the like the shading and the line work done by the scanlators. That might be the problem. I need to read the official when it comes out because there might be a big difference here because it does look kind of rough. Yeah, I'm not here for you, fleas. Oh shit! Get out of here, Boa Hancock. So, oh shit, are we gonna get fucking Coby versus Blackbeard? No way, bro. No way, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's Kino, brother. That's Kino. Shit. Never would have seen that coming. Can't say I'm surprised. We expected other pirates to want a piece of the former warlords. Hancock-san, the Navy isn't looking for a fight. If you surrender yourself to us, I promise we'll leave immediately. So that's what Coby's saying. Let us handle this, Sister Sanders Sonia, my girl, my girl. There she is. We need a full body shot right fucking now. This hero of theirs sure is conceited. Don't waste your breath. I'll never submit to another's captivity. Fuck yeah. That's what I like about Boa. She's like, she is not willing to bend the knee. She's a bad bitch, and you know it. And you fucking know it. Wait, sister, don't do it. Commodore Teach, save us. Nothing phases this thing, huh? Wait, you're kidding. White hair, brown skin, and black wings? Where's ZKK when you need him? Where's the Zorro minority hunter to deal with this individual, this white hair, brown skinned individual? So it is a Lunarian. Shit, Weird Bros was right. Apparently it works based on any strong emotion, not just lust. Huh, interesting. Okay. Did you get that from the wiki, or is that in this chapter? I'd be curious to know that. You're kidding. White hair, brown skin, and black wings? Oh, shit. So we got Little King coming up. You guys aren't serious. This kid took all of you down by himself? PX? Don't tell me he's a pacifista. Oh, he has the PX on his fucking peck. Shit. PX, don't tell me he's a pacifista. Ugh! And then he slashes and basically cuts like the fucking island in half. Jesus Christ. Damn it, a pacifista brat. What the hell is going on? Ugh, this is huge. So this is the new weapon that that Vegapunk has developed to fight against the Yonko. Because before, the warlords were meant to be a buffer, not only between pirates coming to the New World and the Marines, but also between, like, basically be a buffer between the Yonko and the Navy, basically, the government. So, yeah, it makes sense that they would, like, make these guys, you know, a threat to the Yonko themselves. It's pretty fucking based, actually. Ugh, this is huge! This thing is fucking overpowering Blackbeard? Holy fuck. Or, like, at very least, like, Blackbeard hockeys up and he's, like, taking it seriously. Shit. Black hole! Ah, yeah! So he's doing his black hole. Oh, this is fucking sick, dude! I did not expect us to get Blackbeard in this chapter. This is fucking sick as shit. This is so good. Oh my god. Slave arrow! Yeah! Ooh! So she's using her power to fucking dismantle the Marines like she always does. Her powers are fucking broken, to be frank, and she's like strong as fuck. Like, she was taking down pacifistas like nobody's business back during the Paramount War, so holy shit. Helmeppo-san! Even Helmeppo gets fucked up. You too, Vice Admiral Yamakaji? Hey, pacifista, stop that! You'll smash the people who've been turned to stone! Stop right now, that's an order! Perfume. So Coby wasn't affected by Hancock's arrow, which makes sense. Coby is a pure lad. I can see why he wouldn't be affected right away. Perfume! Zehahaha! Snake Princess. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Whoa, dude. Whoa. So Blackbeard has taken down Hancock. He basically has Coby kneeling before him. Holy fuck. This is some dark shit. I knew that they were gonna make I knew that Blackbeard was gonna do more to get on Luffy's bad side. I thought it was gonna be by killing Shanks, and he might still do that. But I'm actually excited to see that Oda's basically making him fuck up all of Luffy's friends. You know, all of Luffy's best friends and the people that he cares about the most. Like his unofficial girlfriend, his best friend Coby, all of them are getting fucked up by Blackbeard. It's literally going to make Luffy have such a grudge against this motherfucker. This is what I wanted. This is fucking Kino. This is go to piece right now. This is fucking go to piece. That's all I gotta say. This is what you want. This is building stakes and building actual conflict. Emotional conflict between the main character and the villain. You know why the Kaido fight with Luffy... I actually liked the Kaido fight with Luffy, but you know why it didn't, why the ending disappointed everyone? It's because Luffy said, I want Tama to be able to eat and all the people be able to eat forever and ever, every food they ever want ever again. It all came down to food. That was the real reason, Luffy was pissed at Kaido. Yes, he didn't like Kaido because Kaido beat up the samurai, he beat up Odin, he threatened Momonosuke, he fucked up Wano, but the real reason is that Kaido made Wano uninhabitable. He made it so that little girls like Tama couldn't get a full meal, or only could get a full meal once a year. Basically, that's what really hooked Luffy into the conflict with Kaido. And frankly, that was not enough to make me emotionally invested in Luffy hating Kaido. This, and where this will hopefully go, Blackbeard is not a good guy. He is a fucking pirate. A fucking, Pirates of the Caribbean, rape and pillage style pirate. What the fuck do you think he's gonna do to Hancock? I'm not trying to be, sexist or demeaning towards women by saying that. I'm just saying, it only takes a small leap in imagination to think about how dark this situation is. And I'm not saying that to be, to be in any way, try to be gross or disgusting or imply that something's happening that isn't. It's just this is dark as fuck. This is really this is actually really uncomfortable to see Boa, who's a character that I like and has been through a lot, in this type of precarious situation with pirates like the Blackbeard pirates. That is really messed up, and I'm genuinely afraid for her. And I know that Oda will never explicitly imply that sexual assault or anything like that would happen in his series, but you just never know, man. I don't think he will, but all it takes is for you to just it just, the implications here are really fucking dark. That's all I'm saying. God, I hope that doesn't happen. I hope that Boa gets rescued by Coby right here and now, and that Kobe's the one who ends up getting beat up and becoming a slave to the Blackbeard pirates. But we'll see. Anyway, let me read some comments before we move on. I have seen people say it was mentioned Oda recently. I don't know where, though. Look at his sword and eyes. Yes. His sword and eyes. You mean this guy, right? It looks like King. It looks like a young King, to be honest, which is fucking interesting. He is also bleeding from the head. Might hurt himself to not turn. Who's bleeding from the head? You mean, Coby? Remember, this is a flashback and Boa seems fine present time. Yeah, I think Coby is gonna do something to get Boa and the girls out of this situation. Zahahaha! Snake Princess! She can't use her powers! Get your filthy hands off me. Oh, right, because he's got his black hole power, so of course he can stop her from using her abilities. I see they don't call you Empress for nothing, he says. Former warlord, Pirate Empress Boa Hancock. 1,650 1,659,000,000 berry. And then Marshall D. Teach, who clearly got a bounty increase. Holy shit. I'm not sure when that happened, but he got a big one. Holy fuck. Emperor Blackbeard, Marshall D. Teach, bounty 3,996,000,000. And clearly, Vasto Shot and Katarina Devon are bewitched by her beauty. Not surprising. They are fucking horny as fuck. Most of the morons on my crew are petrified. You sure got us good. What do I do? Everyone's been turned to stone, says Coby, who's the only pure-hearted one among them. The white knight of the crew, the white knight of the Marines. I've had my eye on your power for quite a while. Feh, my beauty is what makes this power formidable, right? That's what I've been saying. Isn't that, like, without that, I don't see it being formidable at all. So, if you kill me, all your little friends will remain statues forever. Whoever inherits my power won't be able to release them. I knew it. Boa Hancock is far trickier than anyone expected. Nice. So Coby's like just kind of witnessing this. Because why would he want to get in between these two fucking juggernauts? You know, that's a big ask for just literally a captain, basically. Whoever inherits my power won't be able to release them. Yeah. Seems like we're at a bit of an impasse, doesn't it, hero? You did me a favor at Rocky Port. Wait, what? Because I remember Oda saying I think before the Reverie started, in the chapter where we find out that Luffy has been named the 5th Emperor, Oda stated that, Oda had Coby save the Dressrosa gang, who were heading towards Reverie, from a group of pirates who were trying to fire a torpedo at them underwater. Coby saved them from the torpedo, showed up on their ship, and Kuro said, "You're Coby, the hero of the Rocky Port incident." So I've been wondering what happened on Rocky Port, and from what I understand, the only thing else that we know about Rocky Port is that Law was involved, and that's where he acquired his 100 hearts from 100 pirates that he sent to the Marines, which then allowed him to... Then they made him a warlord because of that. So Rocky Port is an interesting and mysterious incident that we don't know that much about. So I'm very curious to learn more about it here. Seems like we're at a bit of an impasse, doesn't it, hero? You did me a favor at Rocky Port. That made it possible for me to oust Ochoku. Fuck, Ochoku! Holy shit! So Ochoku was this is sick as fuck. This is sick as fuck. Okay. So Ochoku was originally a member of the Rocks Pirates, and was apparently one of the badass pirates that were in the New World, along with guys like Shiki, people who were rivals for the Emperor position. They weren't quite emperors themselves, but they were super strong. Ochoku is also based on a real-life Chinese pirate who was once a prostitute, which is pretty cool. So here, let me look this up. Ochoku Wangzi. Wangzi, Rock Pirates, 1B... Because Ochoku is based off of a real life Chinese pirate. It was a real life lady pirate in China, I believe, or based out of China, who was once a prostitute, but then killed the person who took her prisoner, or made her a prostitute. She killed her master, her lord, and became a leader of a fucking Chinese pirate band. It's the coolest shit ever. So the fact that Ochoku's being brought up at all is so fucking cool. And that Blackbeard and Ochoku were both involved in the Rocky Port incident, and that for whatever, somehow, what's his name? Fucking Coby being involved in that incident allowed for Blackbeard to basically maybe take over Ochoku's territory in the New World. Holy shit, that's incredible. That made it possible for me to oust Ochoku and become the boss of Pirate Island, a beehive. Or Fololed, as the fucking Viz translation calls it. Even though beehive is a way better name because it looks like a beehive. There are holes all in this big rock. It looks like a fucking beehive. But Fololed, I guess, because Viz is a piece of shit. So Ochoku was the one who became the boss of Pirate Island after Rox was ousted, because Rox was the former boss of Pirate Island. Holy shit, this is a big lore piece, man. But I'm into it. This is awesome. This is this is the good shit. This is meaty as fuck. If I unhand the woman, do you reckon she'd play nice and change everyone back to normal? It'd be a headache for me if she didn't restore the Marines. Hoof, hoof. I'll do it if you two get off my island. Ugh. You know, I just don't buy it. The way I see it, if I let go, you just turn us to stone, right? Fucking Blackbeard, man. The most based, literally the best villain in the entire series. The most based character in all of One Piece. It's not even a fucking question. This guy takes nothing but W's. He's so good. Blackbeard, he's the most mysterious. He's the fucking sneakiest, but he's not so overpowered that he can't still be bested by like really strong people. But he always plays his cards right. He's always got a plan. He's always got a scheme. But he's got luck on his side too. And that's what, he is the Dark Luffy. It's so good. He's the perfect villain for this series. And I'm so fucking excited that he's back. Holy fuck. This is the best chapter in a long fucking time. This is fucking Goda Piece. This is Kino Piece right now. Fucking Soul Piece, baby. Hell yeah. I just don't buy it. The way I see it, if I let go, you just turn us to stone, right? A shrewd motherfucker. He knows what he's doing. I honestly don't think any man can resist your charms. Because we know Blackbeard's a horny motherfucker. So we know he's like, I probably can't resist her charms for too long. So gotta deal with this while I have my hands on her. Ugh, uncomfortable to say it that way, but you know what I'm saying. I didn't mean it that way. This is a real head scratcher, but I guess I gotta kill ya. Please wait, don't throw all those lives away. Rayleigh, holy shit, what? Oh my god, what the fuck? This chapter is like, just like mind fuck after mind fuck. This is by far the best chapter in a long time. This is sick as shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. I need to take a drink, man. What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? It's like every character that we care about that isn't like part of like the main cast is showing up. At least for me. Like, these are like all of my favorite people in the series. Like Rayleigh, Blackbeard, Coby, you know, fucking Boa. We get information about the new, PX, the new pacifistas. And they're fucking Lunarians. Oda is cashing all of his fucking checks this chapter, dude. Holy fuck. Sorry, I know I'm being like a hype piece of shit right now. I'm being like a fucking Rogers-based King of Lightning piece of shit right now. But this is hype as shit. I cannot, like, deny how Kino this shit is. This is so cool. I'm just, like, blown away. This is awesome. This is what you want to see, man. This is what you want to see for the introduction to the final, you know, the final arc or whatever. Fuck yeah. Let's see. Rocky Port needs a flashback. Yeah, now it does. Now that Ochoku was involved, I mean, honestly, I kind of like that we're just hearing about it. Like, I kind of like that it's shrouded in mystery. I would not be opposed to a flashback though. I would be down for that. And now Blackbeard knows who Coby is because of Rocky Port. That's fucking insane. It's crazy that Blackbeard and Coby have history. That's insane. I never would have expected that. Coby deserves a spin-off. I'm just gonna say it. Of all the characters in One Piece, fuck the Ace spin-off. Fuck it. The Sanji, Shingeki no Sanji is base. Shingeki no Sanji is cool. I like it. It's funny. It's basically a gag manga, basically. Fuck the Ace spin-off or the Ace light novels and all that shit. Coby's the one who deserves a spin-off. His story is clearly super interesting. Honestly, if any characters in One Piece deserve spin-offs, it's Coby and Helmeppo, like, deserve their own, like, story, basically. Like, they could have, like, their own, like, manga just about them. And it would be based, and it would be awesome. And I would love to see it. Because you know that Kobe's not done. This is not the last we see of this guy. But then the other, like, characters that I think could deserve a spin-off would be, the Charlotte family. And just, like, basically, just like the mafioso part of One Piece with like the Charlotte family, the Capone pirates, like the mafia side of things is really interesting too. So there's a lot of good shit that like Oda could do a spinoff or could like give someone else like the material to do their own spinoff. So like But the Ace shit is cringe. It's super, like, I like Ace. Ace is a good character, but, like, I think, like, doing it, like, the spin-off, I've read the spin-off, the one that, what's-his-face did, the guy from, Dr. Stone, and it's shallow as fuck. Like, there's nothing, it doesn't add anything. Like, it's super basic, super shallow. It's not worth reading. Like, I'm just gonna, like, the art is cool, but that's about it. That's about it. There's so much more, like, stuff to dig into with what's going on with, fucking Coby. Or, like, the Charlotte family and, like, what they did before or after Big Mom, potentially, is written out of the story or dies. So, I'm just saying. Food for thought, Oda. Food for thought. Okay. I knew the Navy would lay siege to the islands, but I didn't think the terrain here would get this devastated. Sorry I'm late, Hancock. Oh, right. Because Rayleigh and Hancock have a relationship. Like, Rayleigh saved, or, like, was one of the people who took care of Hancock and Sandra Sonia and the other sister after Fisher Tiger helped them escape from the Tenry Bateau. After he helped them escape captivity. Dark King Rayleigh? Whitebeard's old apprentice, huh? I know it's immature to admit this, but I really don't like you. Oh shit. What? The Silver's Rayleigh? Rayleigh? What? The Pirate King's right-hand man, Dark King Silver's Rayleigh. So fucking Blackbeard looks shook, which is neat. Because this guy's clearly a fucking... Rayleigh's a Chad. But here's the thing. Now, all of Luffy's favorite people are in one place with Blackbeard. With Blackbeard. If Oda wants to set up a real personal conflict between Luffy and Blackbeard, outside of just like, oh, I was the one who turned Ace in. Like, because that wasn't personal. Blackbeard already said, look, man, nothing personnel. Like, Ace is my homeboy. I would have liked to have him on my crew, but guess what? Like, he didn't want to do that. I needed to become a Shichibukai. Like, I hope you save him, because I don't have anything against Ace or you. I just needed to do this to get to, accomplish my goals. And there was that mutual, like, obviously Luffy doesn't like Blackbeard, but, like, they don't, like, there's not, like, a strong hatred. Like, there is kind of, like, a weird, like, understanding between the two of them, even if they are kind of, like, polar opposites in some ways, even though they're the same in other ways, But if Blackbeard fucks up everyone that Luffy likes, and or takes them prisoner, and or hurts them in some way, Luffy is going to go ape shit, or monkey shit, or Nika shit on Blackbeard. It's going to, like, make the conflict so personal. I am so excited for the implications of what's happening here. This is the most excited I've been for One Piece in, like, since Whole Cake Island. This is awesome. This is so good. Even as just setup, this is great. Because, like, what could happen from this? Like, what could grow from this in terms of, like, the actual, like, personal stakes between Luffy and Blackbeard? Like, the personal conflict between the two of those people, the two of those characters? Like, this could be a inciting incident in the same way that Blackbeard versus Ace on Bonaro Island was an inciting incident. This is incredible. This is so good. Whitebeard's old apprentice, huh? I know it's immature to admit this, but I really don't like you. What? Silver's Rayleigh? Rayleigh? What? Hancock, release everybody that's been turned to stone. I will ensure this de-escalates without issue. Then the invaders will leave the island. I won't allow any funny business. Fuck yeah, dude. Rayleigh's looking fucking mean as fuck. And the island's still looking kind of fucked up. Present day, I'm so glad you managed to survive that. It's thanks to you, Rayleigh. So I guess, okay. So it seems, okay, so we got Shaki, ex-captain of the Kuja Pirates, Shakuyaku. Interesting. So she was the captain before Hancock. That's interesting. Present day. I'm so glad you managed to survive that. It's thanks to you, Rayleigh. Progress sometimes causes new problems. Even the calm belt isn't safe anymore. Damn. With Vegapunk's sea stone paddle ships out there, between the Navy's new weapons and Blackbeard's arrival, I thought we were done for, Neo. Honestly, I'm surprised Blackbeard just left. Like, Goddamn, Rayleigh's fucking strong as fuck. The fact that Blackbeard just pieced the fuck out. Jesus Christ, man. I also love that Boa Hancock got a huge bounty, because she really deserved a big one, you know, in more ways than one, if you know what I'm saying. Just joking. Anyway, okay. So, wow, so Blackbeard just left without incident? Is that really how that ends? That feels anticlimactic, I'm not gonna lie. To be frank, we got lucky. Circumstances allowed me to resolve things with my reputation. I've gotten old. I'm pretty certain I wouldn't win a head-on fight against Blackbeard these days. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, it feels like he kind of like, you know, he kind of like, you know, Rayleigh basically walked in there and slapped his dick on the table, or like, you know, whipped his dick out, basically, you know, fucking dropped his dick on the table, and Blackbeard just got intimidated and ran away. But, like, even Rayleigh admits, he's like, listen, I'm not like as strong as I once was. Like, in a one-on-one fight, Blackbeard would probably beat me. So, shit, man. It's kind of surprising to me that Blackbeard didn't call his bluff. But, frankly, Blackbeard has been, I won't lie and say that he hasn't been susceptible to intimidation in the past. So, this does kind of make sense. Like, it's not unbelievable that he would, like, realize, like, okay, fuck, like, this is getting too... The situation's getting too hot. There's probably more Marines on the way. I should probably bounce while I still have the upper hands. You know, that seems like I buy that he wouldn't want to go toe to toe with Rayleigh right there, right then. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense to me. Okay. And now Blackbeard knows Coby is because of the rocky port. Blackbeard is willing to lose 2 of his commanders and the 9-tail fox fruit for Boa's fruit. Or just to get Boa's fruit off the table. He was basically saying, I'm going to kill you because you're too dangerous to be left alive, basically. She is from 2 gens ago, so someone else was the Empress between Shaki and Boa. Oh, really? Okay. I guess she is kind of, oh, from 2 generations ago. I didn't see that subtitle. Interesting. So I wonder who was in between Boa and Shaki. To be frank, we got lucky. So I always thought Shaki, because she was a pirate 40 years ago, I thought she might have been a member of the Rocks Pirates. And maybe she still was. Who knows? We might learn more about that later. To be frank, we got lucky. Circumstances allowed me to resolve things with my reputation. I've gotten old. I'm pretty certain I wouldn't win a head-on fight against Blackbeard these days. From the sound of it, the Navy are looking to replace the 7 warlords with those new weapons. Even after everything, those 2 didn't have a single scratch on them. Damn. Really? It was bizarre. One of them looked just like Big Sis did when she was a kid. Yeah, it does look basically exactly like young Boa, but as a fucking, what, like a Lunarian? That's weird. Yes, we'll be docking at Egghead Port soon. Regarding the kidnapping of Captain Coby. So, Blackbeard kidnapped Coby. Shit. Okay. Captain Coby, the hero of the Rocky Port incident, has been abducted by one of the 4 emperors, Blackbeard. So Blackbeard didn't leave empty-handed. He just left without killing Boa. So, even though, what's his name? Rayleigh was able to protect Boa and protect the Kuja island. Protect, what's this island called again? I forget. The Amazon Lily. He was not able to protect Coby. Coby was abducted. His current status is unknown. Shit, bro. Shit. Man, if Coby... Okay, so here's the thing. I thought, like, a lot of people were like, oh, you know what? What's his name? Sabo is going to be the new ace, and he's going to get captured, and they're going to, either by the Marines or by Blackbeard, and they're going to threaten to kill him, and Luffy's going to have to save him. It looks like Coby might become the new ace, and Sabo might be doing, Oda might be doing something else with Sabo. Maybe making him a robo, maybe making him a pacifista, maybe turning him into one of these weird PX guys like these guys are. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe Sabo's acting of his own free will. Who knows? Robo Sabo, we out here. But it's hard to say, right? Now that we've seen these guys, now that we've seen that they're like kind of like Lunarians who look like former pacifistas or former warlords, that's pretty interesting. It makes me wonder what the other guy looked like, the boy. To me, he looks like young King, but it's hard to say. Maybe that could also be young Mihawk, because he does have a sword, and he did do like a fucking giant slice on this island. It might be young... Honestly? Dude, it's got Mihawk's fucking sword. It's young Mihawk. It's got the same sword that Mihawk has. Look at that. It's got the same hilt and the same, like, form. It looks... And it, like, the slick back hair, the fucking eyes with, like, kind of like the Rinnegan that Mihawk has. It looks just like young Mihawk as a Lunarian, as a pacifista, and he does a giant fucking island-cutting slash. That's Mihawk. That's young Mihawk. So all of the former warlords are now, and maybe even like young Blackbeard, who knows, are now like weapons for the government, and they didn't get a scratch on them. But I guess Blackbeard and Boa were able to repel them in some way, because clearly they're not around during whatever this is, during this part of the conflict. But still, holy fuck, man. The revelations in this fucking chapter, absolutely insane. Like, this is the shit I live for. This is the One Piece shit I look forward to. This was fucking awesome. Like, so fucking good. So fucking good. Like, power, like, different factions colliding that aren't, like, the main characters. You know, like, actual, like, important developments, like Coby getting captured, you know, fucking Rayleigh showing up to, you know, save the Kuja pirates and save Amazon Lily, learning more about Shaki, which I've always wanted to learn more about what the hell was going on with her, and like finally getting to see like basically the new generation of pacifista, and learning that they are literally like basically young, like Lunarian versions of, like, it. This is cashing in. Oda is cashing all of his fucking checks. All that shit with King and the Lunarians and their cool, like, firepower and their, like, temporary invincibility. Like, it's coming back. It's relevant again. Like, it wasn't for just that one arc. It was like, it was to build to something more. This is fucking Goda. This is fucking good writing. This is Oda at peak form. This is good shit. This is good shit right here. This is learning more about the Rocky Port incident. Like, oh my god. What a fucking chapter. And even earlier in the chapter, that shit was fucking fire. With, like, Yamato actually, like, giving us, like, a good reason for staying behind, which we all wanted. At least I wanted. Goddamn. And then, like, you know, Marco actually getting, like, a resolution between him and Luffy, and kind of seeing that, like, it looks like, I mean, I don't know, maybe, since this is Shanks' ship, maybe Luffy and the gang aren't going towards Sphinx Island. Maybe that was just Shanks dropping him off. So who knows? It might not be a Luffy. It might not be Luffy and the gang going that way. I thought it was initially, but it looks like Oda might be going in a different direction, which I am fine with. But anyway, what a fucking chapter. Holy shit. Oh my god. Eno piece, baby. We're back. We're back with Goda. It's fucking good shit again. Wano, fucking die. Fucking go away. We don't want you. We don't like you. You overstayed your welcome. I didn't even hate Wano. Like, I liked Wano for the most part, but, like, I am so, like, Wano for me was, like, kind of like a 6 out of 10, maybe like a, you know, probably like a 6 to 7 out of 10. Probably a 6 out of 10 arc for me. In terms of One Piece arcs, it's still pretty good. It still has a lot of stuff I really like. This is already, like, better than anything that happened in Wano. This chapter was so fucking Kino. This was so good. Whoa, peak One Piece, peak Goda. Awesome. Wow. Good stuff, Oda. Good chapter. All right, let's see what y'all have to say about this. God damn, dude. I'm kind of speechless. It's so good. This was so good, and I don't like. I feel like I need time to like think about this and like consider the ramifications of what has gone on here. Because there's so much. My mind. You know how that time when they showed when Brooke cracked Mother Carmel's picture in Whole Cake Island, and Big Mom was mad about the cake, and she was mad about the picture, and she didn't know what she was more mad about, and she was just like confused, and she was like, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. Like, that's how I feel right now. Like, I am like overwhelmed with the amount of like information and like cool shit that Oda has just packed into my brain. Like, I need time to like think on it, to sort it out, to like consider the ramifications of what has happened here, and to like really like stew and like digest this chapter. This is not a chapter that you fucking rally from quickly. This is a chapter that you stew on for a week or more and kind of like take in slowly. And I'm so excited to do that. So excited to do that. Word spreads across the world. Chapter 1059 ends. Good shit, Oda. Good shit. All right. Oh god, the PX that fought BB was a Mihawk Lunarian. That's what I'm glad I didn't read that comment until after I had realized it, because it was cool to get to realize it on my own. I'll just say this, guys, like, listen, I always appreciate any interaction, because obviously I'm a small Twitch streamer. It's fun to get like everyone involved in the chat and stuff. I do want to say, like, just be a little bit careful, because keep in mind, when I'm reading this live, I'm reading it for the first time. So just keep that in mind. I might not, you know, like, you might say something that I just haven't experienced yet, so just keep that in mind. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. Like, I wasn't actually spoiled to anything. Just, you know, be a little careful. That's all. That's all I ask. But still, appreciated greatly. So SSG is the 7 Warlords, ex-Lunarians, S-Pacifista Tech. Yeah, that's fucking base, man. I wonder what SSG stands for. I'm actually very curious to learn. Too many people going Coby, going lobby when Coby was captured by Blackbeard, and the fact that Blackbeard thought Coby was worth taking over, fighting to take Boa. Coby might also be taken to Cross Guild, meet Alvida. Maybe. That could be interesting. I don't think Blackbeard's going to be involved in Cross Guild, though. He's got his own shit going on. Honestly, I'm so glad we got a Blackbeard chapter, man. We needed to see what he was up to. We needed to see him with a higher bounty than Luffy. We got both of those things this chapter. He is making power plays. He's making power moves. And clearly he was Blackbeard's consolation prize. He's like, listen, I'll leave the Pirate Empress. I could fight you, Rayleigh, but, you know, that could be dangerous to me as well. I'm going to hedge my bets. I'm going to take Coby and use him as a bargaining chip. Or at very least, you know, do something with Coby. Maybe Coby will be the sex slave instead of Boa. That'll be fun. You know, equality, right? Anyway, Coby might also be taken to Cross Guild, meet Alvida. They might be kids now, but they could grow up as they get more experience, so they can be even more of a threat. And the fact they could have an army of these guys is making the world government a threat after so many years. Fuck yes, dude. Fuck yes. You're so right. Like, the SSG is as good as I could have thought. I was assuming it was going to be similar to the Pacifistas, and that they were going to literally, like, make people into kind of robots like they did with Kuma, which is what led me to come up with the Robo Sabo idea in the first place. I was like, well, if they capture the revolutionaries and make them, you know, like the new Pacifista, that would make a lot of sense. They are able to control, you know, like Kuma. If they're able to control the other revolutionaries and give them augmented abilities with, like, robot powers, similar to what they did for Kuma, that would be really cool. But this is also awesome. And I'm so glad that, like, it makes the Lunarian stuff that we learned about last arc, it actually makes it, like, relevant again. And it gives, like, you know, we got, like, young Mihawk and young Boa. That's actually wild. That's actually really cool. Whew! Goddamn. This chapter was awesome. This chapter was so fucking good. I'm so excited to, like, talk more about this with you guys in the Discords and stuff. But again, thank you guys so much for coming through. This was a super fun stream. It was super fun to kind of get your interaction, get everyone's thoughts on this, because I'm so excited to learn more about what people think about this, watch some other reactions, watch some other people's streams, you know, get talking about it in Discords and on Twitter. This is like breathing new life into the One Piece community, at least for me. At least for, like, how I feel about One Piece right now. This is fucking Oda's turning this franchise around, man. This is the good shit. This is the good shit. But anyway, thanks again so much for joining me. on the high seas for this episode of Chips Ahoy, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe, stay... just protect yourselves, guys. Protect yourselves. Anyway, I'll see you next week for the next chapter of One Piece, chapter 1060. Have a good weekend, and see y'all for the next one. Can't wait for BGE to go hacked. Oh god, that motherfucker! Yeah, I can't wait for BGE to find a way to make this chapter hacked in his mind. We'll see what he comes up with. I'm excited to see how he can turn it around into something negative. You know, excited to see that one. But anyway, guys, thanks again for coming through, and I'll see you next week.